In progress.
Padma Muni tries to do some tapasya so that he can have the presence of God. And Krishna comes in the form of Lord Vishnu in front of him. बिंदु सरोवर का नाम सुना है आपने? बिंदु सरोवर कभी नाम सुना? गुजरात में है बिंदु. Krishna, in the form of Vishnu, when he came in front of Kardama Muni, he was so impressed with his tapasya that he had tears falling from his eyes. And because of his tears, a sarovar was formed. And that sarovar still exists. That sarovar, that lake, or pond you can say, is called Bindu Sarovar. So it seems people who take bath in that get rid of many of their material diseases. That's the power of a tapasvi. So when Kardama Muni was praying this way for Lord's presence, the Lord manifested in front of him. And what does Krishna say or Vishnu say to him? Does anybody would like to read this? The Lord continued. कोई पढ़ना चाहे? Yeah.
The Lord continued, "O dear Rishi, O leader of the living entity, for those who serve me in devotion by worshipping me, especially people, a person like you who have given up everything upon me, there is never any question of frustration."
There is never any question of frustration. This is a very, very important aspect. What does it mean by frustration? Which frustration are we talking about? Hanji? Material frustrations and
Spiritual.
thank you. You are aspiring to gain something spiritually, you are unable to, obstacles are coming in your way. So, what the Lord, I'm just going to keep it small, short because we have to go on the Bhagavad Gita verse. So, what the Lord is telling him is that I am the person who can fulfill all desires. If we go into Canto 2, there's a very famous verse, Akama Sarva Kamo Va Moksha Kama Udhar. Whether you have material desires, whether you have no desires, whether you have desire for liberation, all the desires can be fulfilled if you come directly to me, Krishna. And here he is reiterating pretty much the same thing. Oh dear Rishi, I know what's in your heart. And what is in your heart is to have a wife with suitable disposition. And that's a material desire. But I also know that you will be using it, which Kadma does, use for a spiritual purpose in the end. And Krishna here is saying, if you wholly and solely, and this is a learning outcome for us from this shloka, I'll not go into a lot of details because honestly, there's a lot of detail in it. Simply speaking, even if we have material desires and we want to keep it in the Krishna service, and we desire, Krishna, if you give me this, I am definitely going to use this in Krishna's service. Krishna says, your requests will not be ignored. And there won't be any frustration to your requests. Does that mean Krishna will give us everything? Yes, but no as well. Reason? Krishna is different from demigods. Demigods are like shopkeepers. When you give the shopkeeper some money, the shopkeeper gives you the item. Especially if you see the young children, they go to the shop where the intoxicants are sold. Now the shopkeeper doesn't say, or the storekeeper doesn't say, no, 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 that's bad for you, don't take it. Yeah, you give me the money, I'll give you the item. That's what demigods are. Krishna, on the other hand, is different. Give me the money, and what are you looking for? Oh, intoxicants. No, he is the one who has your goodwill for you. He doesn't wish you any harm. And that's where Krishna and the demigods differ. Demigods don't look at whether it's favorable for you or not. You have offered us oblations. Here is the result for you. This is what you wanted, take it. Whether it harms you or does you good, your business. Krishna says, you've asked me for material goods. I'll give you that much that you do not get spoiled. And probably I'll give you that much that you never ask for it again. Dhruva Maharaj, when he had Lord Vishnu in front of him, what did he go for? I want a kingdom bigger than my father and grandfather. I want a bigger kingdom. 5-year-old boy, Kshatriya spirit, passion, tapasya. I want a kingdom bigger than, because my stepmother did not treat me well. I'm going to teach her a lesson. And when Vishnu came in front of him, the same Dhruva was so satisfied. Why? That's Vishnu's magic. The boy felt so satisfied. I was looking for pieces of glass. Forgive me, I don't want anything. Still, he had the desire, and Vishnu was aware that that desire needs to be fulfilled to keep him calm. So he gave him 36,000 years of reign on Dhruvaloka. Many other examples are there where Krishna has awarded or refused to award some even sincere prayers, knowing that if he awards you those goods, you may sway away from bhakti. Okay? So that's the main point. There's never any frustration for those who wholeheartedly pray to Krishna. Of course, keeping in mind Krishna is different from the demigods, and Krishna is your ever well wisher. Bhoktaram yagatapsam Maheshwaram Bhutanam Gyatva Mam Shantim Richati. You'll only get peace when you know Krishna. And in what form? Krishna as Bhoktaram. He is the enjoyer of all the sacrifices, all your tapasyas. Bhoktaram tapsam sarvaloka maheshwaram. That he is the owner, ruler of all the planetary systems and all the universes and everything he has created, including the spiritual world. Gyatva mam shanti. If you know me that way, in what way? Suridam sarvabhutanam. That I am the Suhrid. I am the well-wisher. Well-wisher here, Suhrid, means even if you abuse me, I'll still work in support of you for your favor. That's a Suhrid, the real well-wisher, who will never do you wrong. If you know me that way, you will have peace of mind. As a well-wisher, I'll award you whatever you desire if you wholeheartedly come to me, except when it takes you away from my service. Okay? Thank you very much. Let's go to today's verse. So please repeat after me. Dehi nityam avadhyoyam. जोर से बोलिए. देहि नित्यम अवध्योयम. देहे सर्वस्व भारत. देहे सर्वस्य भारत. तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि. तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि. न त्वं शोचितुम् अर्हसि. न त्वं शोचितुम् अर्हसि. Okay, I repeat once again. Dehi nityam avadhyoyam. देहे सर्वस्य भारत तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि न तं शोचितुम् अर्हसि देहि नित्यम् अवध्योऽयम् देहे सर्वस्य भारत तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि न त्वं शोचितुम् अर्हसि. So, anyone would like to try? देहि नित्यम् अवध्योऽयम् देहे सर्वस्य भारत तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि न तं शोचितुम् अर्हसि. Anybody else? देहि नित्यम् अवध्योऽयम् देहे सर्वस्य भारत तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि न तं शोचितुम् अर्हसि. Online, anyone would like to try? Jitendra Bhaiya, do you want to try the verse? Or Ann Mataji, would you like to try the verse?
Yes, please.
Go on.
One moment. Dehi nityam avdhayo yam
Ayam dehi nityam avadhyam
dehi nityam avdhyam dehi sarvasya bharata
dehe sarvasya bharata
dehi sarvasya bharata tasmat sarvani bhutani
tasma sarvani bhutani
tasma sarvani bhutani na tvam sosi- sositam
shochitam
na tvam shochitam arhasi.
natvam shochitam arhasi. Thank you.
Thank you, Hare
Translation.
Krishna.
Yeah. Translation. O descendant of Bharat, he who dwells in the body can never be slain. Therefore, you need not grieve for any living being. Please repeat after me. O descendant of Bharat, he who dwells in the body can never be slain. Therefore, you need not grieve for any living being. Thank you. And we fortunately have Ananya Mataji. She's wonderfully good at Hindi. Let's. Why is it not coming? Yeah, there we go.
हे भरत वंशी, शरीर में रहने वाले देही का कभी भी वध नहीं किया जा सकता, अतः तुम्हें किसी भी जीव के लिए शोक करने की आवश्यकता नहीं है.
हे भरतवंशी, ओ डिसेंडेंट ऑफ भारत, शरीर में रहने वाले, ही हु dwells in the body, that is a देही, का कभी भी वध नहीं किया जा सकता, can never be slain. अतः therefore तुम्हें किसी भी जीव के लिए शोक करने की आवश्यकता नहीं है. You need not grieve for any living being. So the first word here is dehi. Dehi means one who lives in the deha. Deha means the body. The one who lives in the body. The one who owns the body. Dehi nityam. So the body. Dehi nityam. So the body, if you look at the verse itself, Dehi nityam. Nityam is eternal. Not the deha, but the dehi. the person, the entity which owns this body or lives in this body. That's called the soul. So what Krishna is now summing up. When Arjun refused to fight, जब अर्जुन ने लड़ने से इनकार किया, at that time he gave 5 excuses. The very first one was compassion. These are my own people, they will die, and no, they are my people, they are my gurus, etc., etc. All the compassion. And Krishna throughout, in last couple of months, we have been studying these verses where Krishna has been convincing Arjun on the first reservation. Out of the 5 reservations, the first one. पहला उसने जो बहाना लगाया अर्जुन ने कि मैं नहीं लड़ूंगा, क्या कारण दिया? कंपैशन, करुणा. Krishna has answered that or tackled that part of the objection of Arjun. And this is the last verse where Krishna sums up everything regarding the doubt of Arjun about compassion. You don't want to fight, Arjun, because you're so attached to them. You have so much karuna for them. But they are a body. They are not a body, they are a soul. All your relatives whom you are going to kill are just souls. Soul will stay forever. So you're not killing anyone. We will see from the next week onwards, Krishna starts tackling the second doubt of Arjun. So the first doubt of karuna, compassion, has been tackled by Krishna through jnana. Krishna gave jnana, knowledge, to Arjun to tell him that his compassion was misplaced. तुम जो करुणा कर रहे हो वो गलत कर रहे हो. करुणा करना चाहिए, अच्छी बात है. Otherwise you're steel hearted, you can't be a devotee. But your karuna is misplaced. You think they will die. You think your relatives will die. They won't die because they really are souls, not the body. And we have seen many verses on this in the past. This is the last verse where Krishna sums up everything and closes that first doubt. Actually convinces Arjun on this. So what is that? Dehi nityam. Your deha, dehi, the soul inside the deha, is eternal. Avadhyoyam. Vadh and avadh. Avadh is the opposite of vadh, means to kill. Avadh means not to kill. So ayam means that. Wo what? Avadhyo, cannot be killed. Dehe sarvasya bharataha. Very important part. The second line of the verse. Dehe sarvasya bharataha. He lives in every body. Each body has a dehi. Plants have a dehi. Animals have a dehi, the owner of that body of an animal. They have an owner inside. हर प्राणी का, चाहे वो पक्षी हो, पेड़ हो, पौधा हो, या ह्यूमन फॉर्म हो, इंसान का जन्म हो, सब में एक आत्मा रहती है. देहे सर्वस्व भारता. So that actually is, Krishna is actually hitting at manifold points here. One, he's telling him, your relatives, they are actually souls. In each body that you see of each of your gurus and soldiers and everyone, each one has got a soul which cannot be killed. And the second point Krishna gives is a learning lesson for us. Don't start killing animals to satisfy your tongue, because each one has got a soul in it. That body is owned by somebody else, not you. Tasmat, third line. Tasmat sarvani bhutani. Tasmat, therefore. Tasmat, therefore. Sarvani bhutani. Really? Is this in everybody? Yeah. So why does Krishna have to say Sarvani Bhutani? He is actually trying to indicate towards those one or two persons Arjun had the real fear of killing. Bhishma, Drona, my gurus. So Krishna is using these words. Sarvani, all includes your Bhishma also. So don't think if you kill him that he is going to die. As a soul, which he is really the entity, he will always live. Na tvam shochitam arhasi. तुम्हें शोक नहीं करना चाहिए. You should not lament. Let's go through the purport and then we'll go through some more points. Mataji, does anyone would like to read the purport?
What now concludes the chapter of instruction of the immutable spirit soul. In describing the immortal soul in various ways, Lord Krishna establishes that the soul is immortal and the body is temporary.
Sorry, thank you, Mataji. So what does immutable mean?
Destructible.
Okay, on the right path, what else can we? This is why I say Prabhupada's purports carefully. The Lord now concludes the chapter of instruction of the immutable spirit soul. Spirit soul की एक विशेषता को बताया गया है. A characteristic of the spirit soul is been given. कि आत्मा की एक विशेषता है. क्या है? Immutable होती है. What does immutable mean?
It cannot undergo mutation, like the body or other.
Very good.
things.
Simple word, change.
Change.
Ah. So how many changes take place in a body?
6.
Thank you. Perfect. Those 6 changes do not take place. So it's immutable. It stays the way it is. शाश्वत है, वैसी की वैसी ही रहेगी आत्मा. 6 चेंजेस कौन से होते हैं बॉडी में? शरीर बदलता है ना. क्या होते हैं 6 चेंजेस? जन्म लेता है, is born, grows, stays, gives byproducts, dwindles, वृद्ध होना शुरू होता है, and dies. साइकिल हो गया पूरा. These are the 6 changes. Those 6 changes do not happen in the soul. एक आत्मा में ये 6 चेंज नहीं आते हैं. वैसे का वैसे ही रहेगा. Okay, please go ahead, Mata ji. Therefore,
Arjuna as a Kshatriya should not abandon his duty out of fear that his grandfather and teacher, Bhishma and Drona, will die in the battle. On the authority of Sri Krishna, one has to believe that there is a soul different from the material body, not that there is no such thing as soul, or that living symptoms develop at a certain stage of material maturity, resulting from the interaction of chemicals.
this is important. ऐसा नहीं है कि सोल आत्मा नहीं है या सिर्फ मटेरियल बॉडी ही है. नो. और ऐसा भी नहीं है that living symptoms develop, second line from top, living symptoms develop at a certain stage of material maturity. 2 केमिकल्स मिलाया और अपने आप से उनमें जान आ गई. ऐसा नहीं है. दिस इज द डार्विन्स थ्योरी. बिग बैंग हैपेंड, धमाका हुआ और जीव जंतु पैदा हो गए उसमें से. ऐसा नहीं है. प्लीज गो अहेड.
Though the soul is immortal, violence is not encouraged. But at the time of war, it is not discouraged when there is actual need for it. That need must be justified in terms of the action of the Lord and not capriciously.
Right. So, though the soul is immortal, violence, I cannot kill the soul, so let me kill anyone and everyone. Is that a justifiable argument in a court if you murder somebody? No. Right? So, just because the soul is immortal, we cannot kill people. It is discouraged. and you should do it when there is an actual need for it. That means that need must be justified in terms of the sanction of the Lord and not capriciously. What does capriciously mean?
Unaccountable changes of mood or behavior.
Capricious is impulsive,
Impulsive.
unpredictable. Okay? अपने मन घड़ंत से नहीं करना है, किसी को ही मार दो. And especially Prabhupada is hinting at the animal killing here. Do you want to try, Mataji?
अब भगवान अविकारी आत्मा विषयक अपना उपदेश समाप्त कर रहे हैं. अमर आत्मा का अनेक प्रकार से वर्णन करते हुए भगवान कृष्ण ने आत्मा को अमर तथा शरीर को नाशवान सिद्ध किया है. अतः क्षत्रिय होने के नाते अर्जुन को इस भय से कि युद्ध में उसके पितामह भीष्म तथा गुरु द्रोण मर जाएंगे, अपने कर्तव्य से विमुख नहीं होना चाहिए. कृष्ण को प्रमाण मानकर भौतिक देह से भिन्न आत्मा का पृथक अस्तित्व स्वीकार करना ही होगा. यह नहीं कि आत्मा जैसी कोई वस्तु नहीं है या कि जीवन के लक्षण रसायनों की अंतःक्रिया के फलस्वरूप एक विशेष अवस्था में प्रकट होते हैं. यद्यपि आत्मा अमर है, किंतु इससे हिंसा को प्रोत्साहित नहीं किया जाता. फिर भी युद्ध के समय हिंसा का निषेध नहीं किया जाता, क्योंकि तब उसकी आवश्यकता रहती है. ऐसी आवश्यकता को भगवान की आज्ञा के आधार पर उचित ठहराया जा सकता है, स्वेच्छा से नहीं.
Thank you. So we had the first one, Dehi Nityam Avadhyoyam, Dehe Sarvasva. So first line is, we talked about it, that Dehi is Nitya and it cannot be killed. Avadhyo, cannot. Vadhya, Avadhya, cannot be killed. Next we see is the second line, Dehe Sarvasva Bharataha. Sometimes, let me just see if I have, yes. I'll just read out some of the notes I've taken from Chaitanya Prabhu. It's wonderfully note. Dehe Sarvasva Bharata. All souls are indestructible. It is not that only some special souls are indestructible. Nowadays, people often turn to the internet to learn something. So what he's trying to explain is, sometimes you go on the net and you find these people trying to sell you books and say, if you read this book and if you follow the principles in it, you will become indestructible. Only if you read this book. Now, that's a false way of looking at things. And what we are saying, what Krishna is saying is, all souls cannot be annihilated. Sarvasya Bharata. And time is short, otherwise I would have gone through the whole lot. Let's just go to the next one. Tasmat Sarvani Bhutani. In all, Natam Shochitam Ahasidya. So this soul is present in all living entities, in all beings, which means including Bhishma. Natam Shochitam Arhasi. You should not lament for this. The whole point is, Arjun, do not lament. Do not restrict compassion to the bodily platform and do not allow yourself to be deluded at an ignorant level. Arjun, it is not worthy of you to lament. Now, let's try. I ask you a question. Krishna says, do not lament in today's verse. Question. Should we lament on the death of a known devotee? हम में से किसी की मृत्यु हो जाती है, क्या हम, not हम, simpler ways, we know a devotee, good devotee, the person leaves this body. Should we lament at the death or not? Krishna says, do not lament. What do we say? Not lament? Should you feel sorry?
Not sure about sorry, but we shouldn't feel really upset or bad. We just, because he's a devotee, we know he's going to higher place or better place. So we felt kind of a bit justified that we're missing the person, but it's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's one answer. Anybody else? माता जी try करना चाहेंगे? Anyone online would like to try an answer? Should we lament on the death of a known devotee? No? That's okay. There's a wonderful verse. I was recently going through one of my course notes, and I'm not sure.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, tell us. Yes, what do you want? What's your answer? Sorry.
Uh, we should not.
We should not lament.
No.
Okay. Should you feel sorry about it?
I think no.
Okay, you
It is
say
a
no.
routine. It's a routine way of coming and going. Acceptance should be there.
Okay, so you're accepting somebody has passed away. There's no need to lament or
That's
cry or
okay.
feel. It's okay.
One thing I would like to share, like supposingly, this is my personal view on myself. If I go, I would request to my family, they should only celebrate, not feel like feeling weeping. This is my personal feeling.
Understood. Okay. Okay. So let's have a look at the
Like
answer.
coming, going is a celebration.
Okay. So let's have a look what our scriptures tell us. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, 19, the last chapter, verse number 21. Prabhupada gives a wonderful purport, and part of the purport is quoted here. When a great devotee of the Lord passes away, there is nothing to be lamented because the devotee is destined to enter into the kingdom of God. But the sorry plight is that such a great devotee, such great devotees leave our sight, and therefore there is every reason to be sorry. You had the correct answer, Mataji. There's every reason to be sorry because we won't see this person again, the person who was bringing some change in our life. However, there's no need to, beat ourselves in lamentation because we know he's going for a higher destination. As the Lord is rarely to be seen by our present eyes, so also are the great devotees. So we can feel sorry that we will not see them, but we should not lament for them. Yes, we should feel sorry. Next. Yes, yes.
That note, I just would like to talk about something I heard about what Prabhupada said, about devotees. When Prabhupada says that there is a discord in the spiritual world, and sometimes devotees reunite after they leave their body.
Right.
Is that, have you heard that before?
I have not heard that part,
Yeah.
although I have heard that devotees, they were put on the pyre for the last rites,
Yeah.
and they have come back.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
They got back into life, and that was like a second chance because they were Prabhupada's
oh,
children or grandchildren,
oh,
means devotees or disciples or grand disciples. And they were, oh, you need one more chance back.
okay.
So this person could describe what he saw, and he completely went in. And this was an endorsement that Prabhupada's way is the right way. What we are following with Prabhupada is the right way. यही दिशा हमें follow करनी है.
What I heard was like when we leave our body and go back to the spiritual world,
Yes.
we see our loved ones in spiritual bodies out there.
Right.
We're able to recognize them.
Uh-huh.
So that was far out.
Out of-
Yeah. Mm.
There are, for example, Archie and Prithu Maharaj.
Mm.
Prithu Maharaj and Archie, his wife. When they passed away, Prithu Maharaj passed away in his meditation,
Mm.
and Archie sat as a sati. So she put herself on the fire, and they both went, and they went to Pati Loka, where husband and wife are still together. Okay? So yes, at certain planets in spiritual world, you can still be together. So as you say, some relatives may be together, but that's the only example I'm aware of where Prithu Maharaj and Archie were still together.
Each individual soul's karmic destination also differs.
Yes.
So they may have only certain amount of uh, togetherness or certain amount of
Probably in a
yes,
different planets
yes,
then
different planets.
planets altogether.
Yeah.
Right. So what was the focus? We're just coming to the close of today's session. So what is the nearly time now? What was the focus of learning today? The purpose of this verse summarizes all the verses in the Jnana section in 4 points. तो अर्जुन ने कहा मैं नहीं लड़ूंगा क्योंकि ये मेरे अपने हैं, and Krishna is refuting that firstly by giving him jnana. Next, in the next few verses, in next few weeks, we'll be talking of karma. अर्जुन अगर तू लड़ेगा नहीं तो तुझे स्वर्ग की प्राप्ति नहीं होगी. If you don't fight, you will not get Swarga or the heavenly kingdoms. If you fight and you win, you'll get all the opulence here. So do your karma. So that's another angle. Right now, the first angle Krishna took is you are not this body, you are a soul. Your relatives are not the bodies, they are souls. Nobody is going to die in this. So fight. And next time, Krishna will be telling him, it's your duty. Do your karma. Your karma as a Kshatriya is to fight. So fight. And if you don't fight, you will go into the hellish planets. Do your karma. So that's a karma angle. Right now is jnana angle. So in the jnana section, what are the main 4 points? Identity of the living entity. Living entity is an immutable spirit soul. We saw that today. Number 2, soul versus the body. Soul is immortal and body is temporary. ये तो जाएगी ही. And third point we understood today was immortality does not encourage whimsical violence. Have you heard of Ishopanishad? Yes, you're in the Bhakti Shastri. Ishopanishad is an Upanishad, the only Upanishad which Prabhupada has translated. और उसका पहला, it's not verses, we call them mantras. There are 18 mantras in this. So what the ईशावास्यम idam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat tena taktena bhunjita ma gridha kasya svidhanam. Every animate or inanimate that is within the universe, कोई भी जीवित मृत वस्तु, चलने वाली अचर वस्तु कोई भी है, in this universe is controlled and owned by the Lord. ये जानवर भी है, even if it's an animal, it's owned and controlled by the Lord. So you don't go on killing the animals as if you own them. One should therefore accept only those things necessary for himself. For example, for your body, plants, food, that kind of food is sufficient. You don't have to trespass into the animal kingdom to satisfy your tongue. तुम्हें जितना दिया गया है बस वो तुम्हारे लिए है, उससे ज्यादा नहीं. So one should therefore accept only those things necessary for himself which are set aside for his quota. Krishna has given you your quota in life. Just accept that. Don't go over outside that quota. And one should not accept other things, knowing well to whom they belong. जितना दिया है उतने कोटे में रहो, उसके बाहर मत जाओ, क्योंकि तुम्हें मालूम होना चाहिए इस कोटा के बाहर कौन है मालिक. You are not the owner. Somebody else is the owner outside that quota. Okay? So similarly, in today's, when we read the third one, immortality does not encourage whimsical, the third point, whimsical violence. So don't go on killing people, killing animals, just because you think that you can. They don't belong to you. And just because their soul cannot be killed, that doesn't justify your killing them. And lastly, what we learned today was from Prabhupada's purport, justified violence is permitted. Violence must be justified in terms of sanction of the Lord and not capriciously. Justified violence क्या होती? Can you give me an example of justified violence? Sorry? Yeah, that's good. That's very good. I never thought of that. Wonderful. Yes. Anything else that you can?
Soldier fighting.
Soldiers fighting is justified violence. Yes.
Even sometimes now, I know corporal punishment is not allowed now, but in our time, when our parents used to hit us to discipline us,
Right.
was justified violence.
Right.
But, yeah.
In Bhagavad Gita, in the verse number 36, the first chapter,
Yeah.
there are 6 aggressors which have been depicted. 6 तरह के आक्रमणकारी होते हैं. In the first chapter, 36th verse. What are they? Number 1, a poison giver. Somebody who gives you, well, is it not showing on the screen? The first one, a poison giver. Second one who sets fire to the house. Third, one who attacks with deadly weapon. 4, one who plunders riches. 5, one who occupies another's land. And 6, one who kidnaps a wife. Looks like this has stopped. So, in some of these cases, you may find you independently cannot take action. That was the law of the land in the Vedic times. A normal person could kill somebody if that somebody fell in one of those 6 categories. But not today. Today, you have a separate system. You have a police force or the military. You have proper places to complain. Not taking law in your hand. Yes, a justified violence can be when you have to do violence for your self-preservation. अपनी रक्षा करने के लिए किसी से लड़ना है, that's different. As you said, police or army, they'll fight for the country. Okay. And one very interesting, very interesting, I'll close after this, very interesting example came from Canto 1, chapter 17, if you're doing Bhakti Vaibhav, in which Parikshit Maharaj is trying to catch hold of Kali, and he sees a bull and a cow in a damaged or injured state. And Parikshit Maharaj, being a good king, a king sees in his kingdom that the cow and the buffalo are injured. Somebody has injured them. And he says, is there any extraordinary circumstances that somebody had to do this to the animals? Apad dharma. Apad dharma is the one where violence is permitted. For example, what does apad dharma mean? Oh my God, why is it not showing on the screen? That's strange. Yeah. Should I reshare it? Mataji, do you know how to take sharing off and then resharing it?
So if you just click on the arrow below share, next to share, there's a small arrow next to share.
I'll just see if
Then say stop sharing.
stop
Or you can
share.
click on the stop share in red.
Okay, I stop sharing and now I go to share again.
But it's If you click on that red thing that says stop share,
Stop share. No, it's stalled there.
it's frozen.
It's frozen. Mine is not frozen here.
Right. So just turn off the TV and turn it back
Yeah,
on.
internet could be a issue, because Prabhuji might be using his data.
That's okay. Yeah. I'll just check with the online. If they can see, then we'll just move on. And online devotees, can you see this highlighted area?
Purport is there. In the scriptures, there is mention of apadharma.
Jitendra Bhaiya, can you see this frozen area called
Yes,
Apadharma?
yes, we can
Yes,
see that.
yes.
No,
Yes.
I think it's gone.
Yes, Prabhuji, it is there.
So we'll just on the last slide, we'll finish with that. So in Canto 1, chapter 17, there is a Prabhupada describes something called Apad Dharma, or occupational duty at the times of extraordinary happenings. What we are discussing is capriciously killing is not allowed, justified killing is allowed, or justified violence is, sorry, not killing, justified violence is allowed. And one of the ways you can justify violence is if it is apad dharma or dharma during emergency. It is said that sometimes the great Vishwamitra, the great sage Vishwamitra, had to live on the flesh of dogs in some extraordinary dangerous positions. He was in a very bad position where he had to kill a Vishwamitra, great sage. Sage will never think of eating an animal. I've heard, and this is purely from the lectures I've heard, that when when Prabhupada said to the disciples, go to China and preach. And the objection was, there is no vegetarian food. And he said, go eat non-veg, but go and preach. If there are extraordinary circumstances like Vishwamitra here, as a sage, he should not, but he had to do it under that circumstance. So that's primarily the learning for us today. So the take-home point, practical point is that as a Kshatriya, Arjuna is being told to do his duty. Just because he has got Karuna, Arjuna is being given Jnana to say that angle of karma or Karuna, compassion, doesn't work here. So what is for us? How do we use this in our practical life? Whatever prescribed duties we have, whether as per our Varna or as given by our Guru, whatever job we do in the office or whatever services we render to on the instructions of our Guru, we must do them properly. We should not dither. If you're a judge and if the court case comes of someone of your own family member, you should not dither in giving the judgment, the rightful judgment. Okay? So when we are in the office and we are doing some work, some of us could be at a very position where you have to say no. Then we have to say no. This is not justified approach. Sorry, we cannot give you permission for this. Say no. But do your duty properly. Hare Krishna. Anything you would like to ask? कुछ पूछना चाहते हैं माता जी? Was it okay for you? ग्रंथ राज श्रीमद् भागवत गीता की, जगत गुरु
Jai,
श्रील प्रभुपाद की, गौ
Jai,
Yeah.
प्रेमानंदे, हरि बोल.
Haribo.
Online devotees, would you like to ask anything?
Hare
No,
Krishna, Prabhuji.
आपको कुछ
No
पूछना है?
thanks.
no, thank
नहीं,
you. Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Okay, nothing. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.